Okay, so you should have your problem sets out. They should be open to pages 68 and 69 now. I'm going to make my screen again big so I can show you what that looks like. Right here we've got page 68. It's along with all of these fraction pieces up here. And then it's got down here where we're comparing, and it's got where it says things like greater than and less than right over there. Okay? So that's what your page 68 looks like. So, number 1 says, each fraction strip is one whole. All the fraction strips are equal in length. Color one fractional unit in each strip. Then answer the questions below. So as you look at it, you've got these strips stacked like this. The first strip that you see is labeled, oh, you guys can't see that probably, is labeled 1/2. The next is 1/4. Then 1/8. Then 1/3. And finally, 1/6. As I was writing those, some of you may notice all of them had 1 to start in that numerator. We call that top number the numerator. And if you remember, if they have that 1, we are talking about unit fractions. So it wants us to shade 1/2. Highlighter out here. Okay, so if I shade only 1/2, I'm just going to shade in 1 of those half pieces. The next one says shade 1/4. So I'm going to shade 1 of those 4th pieces. Go ahead and pause the video. Annika, you can pause the video and work on shading the rest of those pieces. Once you are done shading them, Annika, you can hit start, and we will look at number 2. Okay, if you've hit play again, that means you are done shading those pieces. So let's look at number 2. Put your finger on that word circle so you are ready to whisper read the directions with me. Ready and whisper read it. Circle, less than or greater than. Whisper the complete sentence. Okay, so on 2A it starts out and it says 1/2 is less than or greater than 1/4. So on number 2, my hint to you is you are going to use your fraction strips. Use those fraction strips. We need to have 1/2 and 1/4. 1/2 is red, 1/4 is orange. Remember, we're not going to keep them as whole strips today because then they're the same. So we're just going to get them where they only have 1. We're going to fold our 1/2 so we only see 1 of the units. And then we're going to fold our 1/4 so we only see 1 of the units. We can see that 1/2 is greater than 1/4. So we are going to circle the words greater than. Ladeza, it is your turn to hit pause. I want you guys to go ahead and hit pause. Use your fraction strips to work on numbers, number 2, all of them circling either less than or greater than. You have fraction strips to help you with all of them. Okay? If you need help, if you get stuck, go ahead and hit play, and I'll help you out with a couple, but most of them I want you to try to do on your own using the fraction strips. Okay, if you're just hitting play to try to get the answers for all these, good try. Not going to happen. Okay? I want you to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G on your own using your fraction strips. We will talk about letter H because this one's a little bit tricky. If you need help with H, that's the one I'm going to talk about now. Okay? Notice H starts with 9/8. So which color fraction strip are we going to need to get? Hope you grabbed your neon green. Now, notice it says 9/8. It no longer says 1/8. I'm not going to fold it just for one part. I need 9/8. So I need to count. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Uh-oh. In my fraction strip, my one whole, I only have 8 eighths, but I need 9. All right, well, let's look at the 2 halves part. Maybe that will help me out. Halves. Remember, halves is red. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to count. So I have 2. 1, 2. Oh, there I do have 2 halves, which is the same thing as 1 whole. But this says 9/8. So is 9/8 less than 1 whole, or would it be greater than 1 whole? Think about that. If you know which one's the answer, go ahead and circle it. Zachary, go ahead and pause the video so you can continue working on your problem set. Hit play if you need help with the next question. Hey, number 3 is the next one we're going to do. I'm going to read it to you. Lily needs 1/3 cup of oil and 1/4 cup of water to make muffins. Will Lily use more oil or more water? Explain your answer using pictures, numbers, and words. Go ahead, Jaden, hit pause, and I want you guys to think about this one and try to work it out on your own. Jaden, if people get stuck, you may hit play. Okay, if you are stuck on this number 3, my suggestion to you would be to look at your fraction strips again. Find your 1/3 fraction strip. That's your green fraction strip. Make sure you fold it so you only see 1/3. You also need to find your 1/4 fraction strip and fold that so that you only see 1/4. Then you can go ahead and compare those two to get your answer. On number 4, you only need to do A, B, and F. I have A, B, and F up on the screen now. Those are the only ones you need to do. I want to point out, we should know what these symbols mean. If it's open first, remember that symbol right here? This one right here means greater than. Ooh, it's hard to write with a marker like this. If it's this symbol right here that's closed to start, that one means less than. And I think we all remember that the one with the 2 lines simply means equal. Now, A and B are a little bit tricky because we don't have fraction strips that match those. My advice to you would be to draw a picture. Also remember, the more pieces we have, the smaller the piece. So as we look at letter A, 1/3. How many pieces is it going to have? 3 pieces. 1/5. How many pieces will it have? 5 pieces. So which one is a smaller piece? You have to share it with 3 people or 5 people. Use the same thinking to help you do letters B and F. Ladeza, go ahead and pause the video so you guys can work on number 4, letters A, B, and F. Finally, we're going to look at number 5. I will read it to you. Your friend Eric says that 1/6 is greater than 1/5 because 6 is greater than 5. Is Eric correct? Use words and pictures to explain what happens to the size of a unit fraction when the number of parts gets larger. We wrote that in our notebooks. If we have more pieces, what happens to the size of the piece? Okay, that is it for your videos. Go ahead and work on number 5. When you are done working on number 5, if Ms. Hatcher is still teaching math, then you all can get back on Dreambox. I will probably see you all around the building later today, and I will be back on Monday to look over our lesson.